Good morning. Welcome to Crafting a Country Life. I have a haul video that I want to film and upload for you. I have a few things that came in this week and also a couple of things that I found at Joanns over the course of this past week. So let me get started. We'll jump right in. The first thing I want to share is an order that I placed with Amazon, and this is a package of, I think there's 100 glassine envelopes. And I just did a search for stamp collecting envelopes, and this is what I found. Okay, they have an actual envelope flap. They open from the top. Now, you can get these in different sizes, but this is the size that I wanted, and I think I paid $5 or $6 for this. I can't quite remember. But the size is, these are 100 glassine envelopes, number 3. And the size, whoops, I'm not framed, there we go. The size is 4 1/4 by 2.5 inches. But these, I think, are a perfect size for putting little embellishments in or for decorating. You know, you can add all kinds of fun decorations on here. You can also tuck these into journals and use them as little tuck spots. So lots of good possibilities with these. So that was the first thing. And then also from Amazon, I picked up this set of washi tapes, and I had been looking for some washi tape that had kind of a vintage feel, like, you know, some of the Tim Holtz paper crafting collections, because I'm doing some vintage art journals, and so I thought that this arrangement was really pretty. It has some soft pale colors in it. Here's one of the rolls, and this is quite wide, so I think that this will be really fun to use on some of the pages in the journals. This one looks like, yeah, it's a map, and it's got some roses in it. A little hard to see because of the color and the glare from my lights, but, and then over here, see if I can hold this nice and close. You can kind of get a better look. Some of them have text on them. There are little botanical icons. This one has some little buttons on it. Here's a very thin one. This looks like it's about 1/4 inch wide with just some tiny little red dots on it. This is a wider one with, take this one out. There we go. You can see some botanical images on there, some text. Oh, I just think this is so pretty. This here with the dried fall leaves. There's some stars. A little vintage Victorian hand holding a rose. Yeah, these are pretty. And then here's some over here. This is pretty with the newspaper text on it. And this one with some postage stamping. Yeah, this is a little tiny floral green leaf. And then over here, it looks like some little roses. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at this one here. This is quite wide. Has mushrooms, some text, roses. Yeah, really pretty. Love that. So that came in. This wasn't too expensive. I think it was $9 or $10 for all of these different washi tapes, and I think that was a pretty good price. I'll put this together later. Set that to the side. And then also from Amazon, I picked up this Spellbinders Die, and I was looking for a specific type of oval. I checked Aliexpress, I checked scrapbook.com, a lot of different paper crafting sites, but I finally found one on Amazon with the free shipping, of course. And this is just a fine scallop with a little dot that goes around, and then there are separate frames with stitching. So I think this will be really versatile for some of my album covers and card making, and the width of it is a little bit better than some of the ones I've seen where they're so narrow that you can't quite fit much inside them. But this is nice and wide, so I can fit some nice images in there. And it has such versatility with the different sizes of frames and the stitched frames and also the scalloped frames. Such a pretty detail around the edge. I love that. So I was glad to get that. So that is from Amazon. Okay, these, let me show you these fabrics that I picked up at Joann's. They were having a sale, of course. I try to shop only when their items are on sale. But I wanted to pick up a few ginghams, and I did find some. These I'll be using for my sewing crafts, but also incorporating some of them into paper crafting and mixed media. But aren't these pretty? They're just a fine cotton gingham. These will be fun. These could be cut up and frayed, or you can just stitch them into different projects using your sewing machine, add it to the card fronts, and so on. I was actually looking for a yellow, but they didn't have yellow. But these colors will do. The mint, the powder baby blue, and then this pretty pink. And then I found this pink floral. I think this is a fat quarter. Yes, this is when they were having their fat quarter fabrics on sale for $1 a piece. So again, these aren't the highest quality fabrics, but for some of the paper crafting things that I'm going to be doing, I'll be cutting these up and gluing them and adding them as pages into different, different books and things that I'm making in journals. It's fine for that purpose. And then this fat quarter I fell in love with when I saw it. It has patterns, sewing patterns on the front. It's a pale blue with a darker blue print. And I just love this. I have some ideas to do some sewing themed art journals, and I thought this fabric would really go nicely with some of the ideas that I have floating around in my head. So we'll give that a try. And then the last one is some text, which I also love. And this is also great for backgrounds in paper crafting and journal making. So pick that up as well. Okay, so that was Joann's. And then these arrived in the mail from Joann's. I had placed an order quite a while back, and it finally came in. These three came as a set. I think it was these three came as a set, which I thought, well, they don't, in my eye, they don't particularly go well together, but it's okay because I have separate uses for each of these different colors. And this would be pretty even at Christmas time with some of the wintry silvers and grays. It's like a gray grosgrain ribbon. And then this pretty mustard check, which I absolutely love, will go nicely with some of the Maggie Holmes collections. So I'm looking forward to trying it with that, especially Heritage. If you're familiar with the Heritage collection, there are some of these mustardy colors in that collection. This will go nicely with. And then this ribbon, actually I picked up 2 strawberry ribbons from Joann's. This one is on a coarser linen type background. And this one is a little finer. The reds are different on these two. They don't quite match, but I don't intend on using them in the same projects anyway. This is more of a rayon type of ribbon, and this is the more of a homespun background look. And incidentally, this one I thought went really well with these more primitive checks and stripes that I picked up at Michael's on their after Christmas clearance. Don't those look pretty together? Gosh, I just love that. So I can see maybe some primitive paper crafting projects and sewing themed projects that I'll probably be doing with these. I love those together. They look really pretty. Okay, there's that. And then let me show you what I had arrived from Aliexpress this past week. This is a package of tiny little flowers, and these have the back of them, it has a satiny weave on them, but the front, get this nice and close, looks almost like felt a little bit, and the edges have a little decorative line around them and a tiny pearl in the center. Hopefully my camera will pick that up a little bit. They're about 1 inch across, maybe. Different colors, so these will be fun to use in some projects as well. And then I picked this, they have some really beautiful trims on Aliexpress. So I found some floral ribbon, and the thing that I like about this is that it's printed on a cotton tape. It's not rayon, it's not shiny, it has sort of a homespun look to it. and it really has a vintage feel. So I'm loving this ribbon, and fairly inexpensive. So of course, you know, you have to wait a while to get these through the mail, but I just love the weight of this. It's very soft, very pretty. Yeah, with the roses. Great for some vintage art journaling and card making. And then I received this little Lily of the Valley die, which I can't wait to use this. I think this will also be very pretty in some of my turn of the century journaling projects. And then these tiny little, if I can get this, these are Cupids. Of course you can't see them in the bag. Let me just show you up close what these look like. Oh my God, they're so cute. Oh, the glare, it's kind of hard to see. I'm sorry about that. Wait, let's come back a bit. You can kind of see the image there of the Cupid. He's holding a bow. The bow is over on this side here. Oh, there it goes. Whoops. These are so tiny, and they would be adorable on Valentine's charms. You know, if you do dangles and that kind of thing on your journals and cards and such. Yeah, really pretty. So those are in silver. And then I picked up these tiny little bee charms as well. I won't take them out of the package, but you can see the different colors. There's pink and aqua, dark pink. There's red, black, white. And I do have some bee-themed items. I'll probably be putting this in the box with those and doing some crafting with them as well. Okay, and then this popsicle shaker, which I can't wait to try. This is so cute. And I'm almost thinking that if you're familiar with the Amy Tangerine Picnic in the Park collection, this I'm thinking I may be trying with that, with some of those papers. Would be just adorable. Yeah, so that came in. And then the last two items are also, this is Aliexpress, these button dies. Aren't they cute? This one has stitching around the edges. They're slightly larger than some of the ones in this set here. But gosh, I can't wait to, you know, cut some of those out. And I've got, again, some sewing themed paper crafting paper collections that I'd like to use these with. These would also be cute with the Doodlebug crafty. I don't know if you're familiar with some of those crafty collections that they came out with. It might have been last year, but I have a couple of those, so I thought, well, it'd be fun to do some cardstock buttons and add those to my project. So hopefully when I get around to it, I can do that as well. Okay, and then I think, oh, a couple of more items here. My online Joanns order also included not only some of those ribbons, but I had ordered some interfacing. These were on a deep discount. So I've got the Wonder Web 807 and then the fusible sheer weight. So I needed to replenish my stock on those. And then a package of the Warm and White 100% cotton quilt batting. And these I use like when I'm doing fabric baskets. It gives the basket a little bit of puffiness, not too much, but a little bit of puffiness and structure so that they can stand up on their own. And you can also paint these. You can spray paint them. You can tea or coffee dye them. You can stitch. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with this, and you can cut up the smaller pieces and add them to your paper crafting as well. So it's fun to bring in some different textures, fabrics, interfacings, and other sewing products into your paper crafting as well. So we'll see what we can do with some of that. And I think that is it for this haul. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and we will see you back again very soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.